Japan has extensive train networks, but going from countryside city to city can be difficult sometimes. Today I'm in Kyushu Island, going from Karatsu in Saga Prefecture to Sasebo in Nagasaki Prefecture, taking 4 different local trains. The first one is the train to Imari. This train only runs every 2 to 4 hours, so I couldn't miss this train. The distance from Karatsu to Sasebo is 40 kilometers only, which is 24 miles away. But going through the famous pottery town, Imari and Aita, it takes 3 hours. But that is also a fun part of the train travel. Instead of just passing by, I like to take a look at those towns too. But time is limited. So this time, I set up a small mission for myself to enjoy the relaxed speed of the local trains, explore near the stations of Imari and Aita during transfer, and stroll the town of Sasebo, even if only briefly, and film the coastal view of the Kukukushima island somehow, because this one is so beautiful and I wanted to show you, even though the weather forecast was saying rapidly turning bad. So I arrived at Imari station. I was so sleepy and it was about 15 minutes ride of the train. But it was a very nice car. Imari became famous in the 17th century because it was the main port where high-quality porcelain from nearby Aita was shipped to Europe, making old Imari one of Japan's first luxury exports. That is a station. Imari station of Matsuura Railway. From here, you can actually take Matsuura Railway too that are going directly to Sasebo. But it takes 2.5 hours and there's no restroom in the car and no stop for the restroom. So I thought probably it's difficult for me. I thought I would check the train just in case. 2 hours and 30 minutes to Sasebo. And this one goes to Sasebo station. So it actually looks like a really nice train. The seat looks a little worn but very nice, looks comfortable. If you're going to Hirado or somewhere on the way and you have time to get off on the middle station, it's definitely a great choice. So this is Imari city. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to explore the city, but great thing is there was a museum of the old Imari on the station. The admission is free and you can get a glimpse of the Imari's porcelain. That's going to Sasebo directly. It takes 2 hours and 30 minutes. And this is the one going to Arita. Local train journeys can take time and not the most comfortable one, but there's a strange sense of freedom and nostalgia that comes with them. Limited express trains are full of business travelers and tourists, but on local trains, every time the door opens, it brings in the air of the region. I can catch glimpses of the stations I'll probably never get off in my life, and the lives of people who live in those places come into view, even just for a second. There are still many local train lines in Japan I've never been on. Some of them are at risk of being shut down sooner than we think. In fact, over the past 30 years, it is said about 1,200 kilometers, 750 miles of railway have disappeared from Japan's map. Most of the time, it's because of natural disasters, but now with declining population in rural areas, there's not enough population and fund to restore them. So for me, this journey from Karatsu to Sasebo by rail was more meaningful than it might seem. So you get this paper after you use the IC card, so you can leave the station. I know it's end May 20th, but it's like July. Really confusing. Arita Station. Sasebo is now it's 2 o'clock, so 229 local train or 54 Midori Express. This is Arita Station. Arita is another town famous for pottery. I have 29 minutes, so and platform is this number 1, so let's just walk around the town of Arita. Welcome to Arita, it says, where Japanese ceramic, Japanese pottery was born. Very nice little town, very quiet. It's nice. Most of the town, there's no tourist spot near the station, so it's nice if they have a little kind of plan, like you can go this way, you can either walk or you can just take a bus. There's a bus tour for that route. It will be very nice. Welcome to Arita. Okay, it's a little too hot, so I'd like to go back to the station. Let me try this Karatsu burger that I got at Fukuoka airport. Wow, it's really a burger. And today I don't have time to eat lunch, so I'd like to eat this. Wow.
1番乗り場に阪急行き普通列車の到着です。2番乗り場には東北行き普通列車到着いたします。
Nice train.
ご乗車ありがとうございました。有田駅でございます。
Now I arrived in Sasebo City. Oh, it's so humid. Sasebo Station, the west east exit. We came to the city. So from here I'd like to take a shuttle bus to the hotel I have tonight. So let's check the shuttle bus time. Before heading there though, I want to explore the town of Sasebo. So 3:40 and 4:40 is the bus time. Right outside the station is a port. I had been here 3 times myself, but I had only driven past the center of the city. So this time I really wanted to check what kind of place it was. Near Sasebo station, I saw business hotels along the hillside and shopping center along the waterfront. But for a city with such a long history, I felt like, is this it? There should be more. And sure enough, after walking a bit, I found it, a covered shopping arcade, larger than I had imagined. Sasebo Yonkacho. So this street is called Sasebo Yonkacho. And I checked after and I found out that this is one of the longest arcade shopping streets in Japan. So let's see if there's a hamburger shop here. Oh, it is there, right there. Sasebo Burgers. There are several burger shops around, but today I chose this one. Oh, long street. Wow. Sasebo C&B Burger. I ate at this Sasebo burger shop. It was very good. Long arcade street, long street with roof. I can see the end actually. Wow. I walked through the shopping arcade after. It was wide and stretched so far that I couldn't see the end. It used to be a maybe. Though I had visited Sasebo 3 times, I had only visited House Tenbos, which is a theme park. I had never actually walked through. The street continued. We don't have many of this street with roof in Tokyo, but it's actually really nice. It's in the rainy season especially. So I walked for a while and coming closer to Sasebo Chuo station of the Matsuura Railway that we took earlier from Imari to Arita. And well, we don't see a toy store like this anymore. Omochan toys big chain. Oh, really, it continues endlessly. It says Sasebo Central Chuo station is this way. The train I didn't take from Imari should arrive soon to this station. Okay. This is a Sasebo Chuo station. Where is the train actually? Is it underground? Maybe it's elevated. So the Matsuura Railway passes by this above here. Unlike many shopping arcades around Japan that are fading, this was one lively and bright street. Unlike shopping malls, here you can find individual stores and just around the corners, even local bars. So I can see the train from here. Sasebo seems to have a solid economic foundation. I saw someone staring at me, so I bowed and it was myself actually. Little restaurant. Wow, look at the stair there. I actually see the hotel I stayed tonight about the hill. So this is a Sasebo station and I walked this way. I ate hamburger here and this is the long street continuing. And actually, the hotel I'm staying should be around here tonight, so it's actually, I'm coming very close. The shuttle bus is from the Sasebo station. I left the luggage there, so I had to go back to Sasebo station. I came very far from the station, and now I see Starbucks here. This is Sasebo Tamaya department store. So they have a department store called Sasebo Tamaya here. Take train back to Sasebo station, just one station by Matsuura Railway. Back to Sasebo station. The shuttle bus of the Yumihai no Oka Hotel. The road to the hotel turned out to be much longer than I expected. Thinking earlier that I could have walked up to the hotel was a serious miscalculation. At one point, I even considered taking a taxi, which would have been a costly mistake in Japan. As we climbed higher and higher, the building around the station dropped farther into the distance. Between the hillside homes, I could see a glimpse of the harbor of Sasebo. Seeing houses built on the steep slopes, I couldn't help but wonder why I chose to build a house here. But then again, maybe it's because it's their hometown. It has nice view, and that sense of the belonging can't easily be replaced. The hotel I'm staying tonight is called Yumihari no Ka. It's said to offer a sweeping view of the Kukukushima island, but unfortunately, a thick mist was covering the area. ありがとうございました。Oh, nice room. Very clean. It's a twin room. I think this hotel only has a twin room. And unfortunately, so foggy and I don't see anything. I'm supposed to be very beautiful coastal scenery and see? These are disposable slippers. And there's a coffee. Electric kettle. Clean. And unit bath. But they have a public bath here. I see Sasebo city a little bit, so I might see night view here. I was glad I changed my itinerary and came a day earlier from Karatsu. Tomorrow would be heavy rain, but at least I'll be in Nagasaki city, so I'd have more option for taking a shelter. Even though I had dodged the worst of the rain, it looked like I wouldn't be seeing the island today. A cold wind began to blow. It felt like I was standing at the edge of the storm cloud. Unfortunately, it won't be a great weather tomorrow, so maybe it's a last chance, but I'm glad I could see. Looks like there's an observatory there. Let's see if I can go up to the observatory. What, do I have to go here? Looks like I have to go in here. Looks so dark. Entrance is over there. So this is called Yumihari Lookout Point. Let me see this one first. Ah, beautiful flowers. Nice smell. Ah, again, fog is coming back. Yeah, again, fog is coming back. Oh. Foggy again, but very nice. That's a hotel I'm staying. Sasebo is home to one of the two major US naval bases in Japan, along with Yokosuka near Tokyo. The harbor is surrounded by a maze of coves. Looking from the observatory, I even wondered if there was actually any outlets to the open ocean. Part of the coastline belonged to Kukukushima Island chain. Kujuku means 99, but actually there are more than 200 islands. On sunny days, sightseeing cruises are going through the islands, which I went on with my mother a few years ago. Smoked salmon, roast beef, and lots of sashimi again. This is actually really fresh. And it's an Italian fair now, and they have some spaghetti and pizza. I had a dinner at the hotel's buffet and went back to the room. And that night, I went back to the room and I saw a view of Sasebo appear just for a moment. However, it was only a few minutes before thick cloud once again covered the mountain. I was a little terrified that such a bright light I could just see now disappeared completely and I could no longer see anything. The mountain isn't that high though. It felt like balcony was leaning towards the forest and I would be pulled into the mist, so I quickly closed the door and shut the curtains. time to go to bed. The next morning, just as expected, the weather had worsened. Warm breeze, lot of smell of the kind of wet forest. So now I'd like to check out the room and head back to Sasebo station by shuttle bus and head to Nagasaki City. I'm actually surprised this bus can come up to here, but maybe there's other bigger roads, not like the busy street we came from Sasebo. I decided to head to Nagasaki City early. From here to Nagasaki City is about 80 kilometers, which is about 50 miles. 9:30, so next train is 10:11 Seaside Liner to Nagasaki. So let's see the bus actually. Despite connecting two of Nagasaki Prefecture's biggest cities, there's no limited express train on this line. Taking the same local train as yesterday for 2 hours that didn't sound much fun for me, so I decided to take a bus. The bus is cheaper and faster and more convenient. There is a bus terminal, so let's see if we can take the bus. So bus leaves 10 minutes earlier and also arrives earlier. So this is called Saihi bus terminal. The bus is 1,450 yen, so much cheaper than taking train. So it looks like this is in the super non-stop.
これより西九州自動車道を運行いたします。検問書のためシートベルトをお締めください。また席を立たれるときは車が止まってからお願いいたします。運行中ご気分が悪くなられたり、トイレ休憩ご希望のお客様いらっしゃいましたらご遠慮なくお申し付けください。それでは目的地まで長時間のご乗車となりますが、椅子を倒されるなどしてごゆっくりお塞ぎください。
But taking a local trains, stepping off the unfamiliar stations, and slowly learning about the new towns have its own kind of joy of travel. The rain had grown strong enough to soak me through, but next I'll be heading out to explore Nagasaki City. I arrived at Nagasaki Station. So this is the Nagasaki Station with the Nagasaki Shinkansen and lots of hotels and shopping centers. They have a JR Kyushu Hotel, Marriott, Hilton, all in this station complex. But for my hotel, I had to take a tram a little bit. In the next travel video, I'd like to visit this travel's highlight, Nagasaki City. Thank you for watching. Have a great trip to Japan. Have a great week until the next video.